Pennsylvania's largest mountain bike festival is back. For the first time in 5 years, the legendary DirtFest has returned to Allegrippis, and we're here to take you along for the ride. We made this video to serve as a guide for future DirtFest goers, and of course to relive the unforgettable experience of DirtFest 2025. By the end of this video, we must answer these 3 questions. Question number 1. What are the pro tips to not just survive, but thrive at DirtFest? Question number 2. What are the can't miss, wildest events that you absolutely need on your DirtFest checklist? And question number 3, is OG DirtFest back in all its glory? If you don't know the story, DirtFest thrived for nearly a decade between 2010 and 2019. When Dirt Rag Magazine, the co-creators of DirtFest, ceased operation in 2020, DirtFest was no more. Nearly half a decade later, DirtFest rises from the ashes with DirtFest 2025. But if you've been to OG DirtFest, you'll know that new DirtFest has a lot to live up to. So at the end of the video, we're going to tell you how it stacks up. So let's go back to the beginning and start with question number 1. What are the essential pro tips you need to know to have the greatest time imaginable at DirtFest? Pro tip number 1, pack for all weather. DirtFest weather can be super unpredictable. One minute it's sunny and the next a total downpour. Early May is right in the midst of rainy season, and we got a metric crap ton of rain right before the event. So even though it didn't rain a drop during the event, the trails were still extremely muddy. Just finished up the first event of the day, which was the intro to Allegrippis ride. As you can tell, it was a little bit muddy. Still a little bike check.
Instead of making you feel bad. No,
Dirt from DirtFest.
So be sure to bring waterproof gear, plenty of layers, and a way to dry out your shoes and clothes overnight. A wet start to the day can really dampen the vibe, and don't forget to bring a bathing suit for the swim and ride and the lake skinny.
Got a little more wet that time.
Pro tip number 2, stay for the night vibes. When the sun goes down, DirtFest comes alive. With live music, a beer tent, and the stoke of the day still lingering, the event atmosphere at night is something you don't want to miss. Unfortunately, we didn't get to experience the nightlife because we didn't camp. I know, rookie mistake. So next year, we are definitely camping. This leads us to the most important pro tip for DirtFest. Number 3, camp at the festival. Camping is essential because the event is based at the Susquehannock campgrounds at the bottom of the trails. So after a long day of riding, you'll face a tough uphill climb back to your car if you're parked at the Baker's Hollow parking lot. And it's especially tricky getting back to your car if it's getting dark. Staying on site means you can ride straight to your tent and relax and be right in the mix of all the late night and early morning festivities.
Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I feel like I'm in another world. We made it back to the top of the world. Just like open the car. I'm dying.
Now that we got the DirtFest pro tips out of the way, what are the can't miss, wildest events that you absolutely need on your DirtFest checklist? This is a mountain bike festival after all, so you'll want to make the most out of all the different events taking place over the weekend.
Sick, yo.
Here's a few events that you gotta check out. But first, do us a solid and hit the like button. It's free, easy to do, and helps our video get out to more mountain bikers. Thanks. The first can't miss event is any of the group rides. The group rides are a great way to meet fellow riders and explore the trails together. We did the intro to Allegrippis ride since it was the first event of the festival, and we made friends that we ended up bumping into throughout the rest of the weekend. The best part of the ride is when we came up to a tree blocking the trail and used the power of teamwork and a custom compact trail saw only sold at Rothrock Outfitters to chop it up and move it out of the way.
So this is called a buddy saw. Incidentally, I'd be a disservice to my boyfriend if I didn't say that they're for sale in the demo area. All right, now the deal is long, like as long a pole as you can.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, cool. This is pretty dead, so it'll go fast. If anyone else wants to get on this, I'll swap out. Try to keep it open. There you go. Woohoo! It's a chainsaw where every other cutter is reversed, so it cuts in both directions.
Nick, you want to get in here?
Yeah, I'll do it.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah, this is very dead. That helps. Yeah, depending on who you're riding with, like cutting trees is a nice break. Hey, great job.
Nice.
Okay.
That was it.
I'm watching.
What if you stand it up and... Oh, it's
So
going.
close.
It's going.
Oh, yeah! Way to go! Great job, everybody!
We did a few other impromptu group rides throughout the weekend. The group rides pushed us to do more miles than we probably would have otherwise, and though our legs and lungs were cooked, we had no regrets. The trails at Allegrippis are just so good. Another thing to note is there are all different kinds of group rides for different skill levels and interest. Beginner-friendly ones such as the Intro to Allegrippis ride, and more advanced, longer rides like the Epic ride. Another must-go event at DirtFest is the Expo. If you're not sure where to go or what to do, your best bet is to spend some time at the Expo. It's the meeting place for most events and group rides, and there's plenty of stuff to do while you wait for your next adventure. Saturday morning at the Expo was so much fun. We ran into Jake from Rothrock Outfitters and tried out some of their silly bikes. There was a bike with reverse steering where you turn the handlebars left and you'd go right, and on this bike you had to squeeze the brake levers to release the brakes to move forward. There was also a bike with such a low gear ratio that you could barely move, and a reverse ultra mullet bike that you could only ride if you popped a wheelie. After that, we copped our first cold brew of the spring from Standing Stone Coffee Co.
Coffee, cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers, cheers.
We should get a video of us cheersing.
And tried out some of the demo e-bikes from Two Brothers Bicycle Company. All the vendors were super friendly and a pleasure to talk to. And the final can't miss event is any of the fun bike games and challenges. Naturally, these individual events within this category can change from year to year, so you have to see what the guys and gals from Rothrock Outfitters cook up each year. These games and challenges are what make DirtFest stand out from other bike festivals. The first fun bike game we did was the Red Legs Dual Slalom, a head-to-head race that was scored on a giant chalkboard that they carried into the woods and started off with the buzz of a chainsaw.
3, 2, 1.
It is customary to throw a little spicy aerial move at the finish line for all the spectators, and one of the homies definitely got a little too saucy.
That was a fantastic crash.
You crossed the finish first.
Oh, yeah.
Impaled on that.
I know.
Oh. Just gotta feel it out. Katie, could you grab my shoe? The day was going so well too. That's what happens. You try to throw a little steam.
Yo, yo. What's up?
You a good session?
Absolutely, yeah, this is sick.
Next, we hit up the Lake Skinny Challenge. The Lake Skinny Challenge is 7 incredibly unstable, constantly moving paddleboards tied together. On paper, it seems completely undoable, but once you see it in person, it's even more undoable.
Speed is your friend.
Right after my first attempt, I saw someone ride full speed into a boulder on the dismount side. I'm not gonna lie, after I saw that, I was definitely thinking about giving up. I think we must have had mountain bike brain or something, because for some reason, our friend Chris and I each gave it 2 more attempts.
There ain't no way. There ain't no way. He's going down.
I still have a hard time believing 3 people actually made it across. The last fun bike game we did was the bike toss. And bro, I'm not gonna lie, that bike weighed like 60 pounds. If you know, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, Katie. Just don't hit me, okay? Yo! Sick, yo.
So this leads us to our final question. Is OG DirtFest back in all its glory? While DirtFest 2025 may be smaller in scale than at its peak of over 3,000 mountain bikers, the spirit of DirtFest is alive and well. The passionate riders, the lakeside camping, the group rides, and all the wild events are still here. But this is just the beginning. DirtFest absolutely has the potential to grow back to the size of its former glory, but it's up to the community to make that happen. Share this video with someone who should attend DirtFest and like this video so the YouTube algorithm will recommend it to more people. We're stoked to be a part of the next generation of DirtFest. A humongous thank you to Rothrock Outfitters, Friends of Raystown Lake, Huntington County Visitors Bureau for inviting us, and of course all the rad vendors, bike shops, and volunteers. We also want to thank anyone who came up to us and said what's up during the event. You're the reason we make these videos, so it was super cool meeting all of you. Come out to DirtFest 2026, support the festival, and keep the spirit of DirtFest alive. We're Nick and Katie, thanks for watching.